Hey guys, this is WMWesports. We're at Interlagos in Sao Paulo for the Brazilian Grand Prix, and this is going to be our quali lap as we head down towards the Senna S. Hard braking, really easy to get understeer as the camber of the corner really tries to take you everywhere. Go for the Curve de Sol, down the Retaposta straight and towards the Ciudad do Lago. Scene, of course, of Max Verstappen's tough defence, should we say, earlier. As we go into this tricky middle sector now, very technical. Half a second up on our time on the mediums at the moment. Forecast rain later in the race. As we get a pretty good exit out of there on the run at
2 laps of fuel remaining.
In terms of championship, we're in 4th, likely to stay 4th now for the rest of the season, I think. I don't think I'm going to catch Mataman and Robin, who are in 2nd, 3rd. Paul may catch us later, but if we just keep it on track, especially after the DNF last week, we should be okay. That's enough for P3 at the moment. And after quali finishes, so 2nd row of the grid, P4. An all Welsh 2nd row. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lights out and away we go at Sao Paulo. Robin 2nd gets a poor start, ours isn't the best. We've got cars either side of us, we're sandwiched there, no! Front wing damage first corner, we're going to have to pit. Struggling to even turn the Curve de Sol here. As everyone streams past us in an awful start. Here's a replay. So our start isn't the worst in the world, but those behind us do get a better start. We're sandwiched there. There's nowhere we can go. We do a bunny hop. We're lucky not to have broken Michelando's rear wing at that point. He may have damage, I'm not sure. As you can see, the car's just streaming straight past us. So a very unfortunate start. As we take the Max Verstappen / Lewis Hamilton line through there. And so off to the pits. And we did pit, and we stuck on a fresh pair of softs, set of softs even. But as you can see, the gap to the rest of the pack is around 16-17 seconds. And as you can see from the mini-mouth, the pack's quite spread out as well, so we're probably about 40 seconds away from the leaders now. As we have to do a few time trials on this famous old track. Seen of multiple famous moments in F1. Track is dripping in history. This is the new layout, of course, although it still retains a lot of the charm of the old circuits. They just about do enough to it each year to make sure it's okay for F1. And so as we go into start lap 4, we're catching those by a good 2-3 seconds a lap, especially if we keep nailing fastest laps in. So it's going to be hard work from here. But on lap 5 there is a safety car.
There's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up.
Our softs aren't too used, so we don't need to pit. I'm not sure the reason for it.
Drop your speed.
Oh, that'll be the reason.
And we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
And so here we go for the restart. We've got Keith behind us. He pitted just before the safety car came out, which was unfortunate for him. We've got a ghosting Metcalf in front of us, and then it's Rodders on the mediums. So at least we've caught up with the pack now. Although a few of them have changed tyres. It is forecast rain later on, so that's a very wide line by Skarma. Which means Rodders hesitates somewhat. We've got much more pace than going up the Retifilia now. Side by side. And we're going to be the last of the breakers. Have the inside line. Nice and clean. Another place gained. And I'm hoping now, there's quite a few mediums in front of me. Hoping we'll have the advantage now. Whilst we're on these softs for the time being. It is forecast rain later on in the race, but I'm not sure how much rain there will be. But we're right in this pack now. And we'll see if we can make any positions up. And so we've dropped Brodders behind us now. So no threat from the rear. Garma's looking to get past Jock quickly.
Confirmed.
We changed our strategy, not that I had any intention of going on the hard tyres at all. Already noticed there as well, there's a few people with time penalties. We've been able to keep it clean so far. So that's important. Quite a few battles there. Scammer thought about having a move on Jock. That was brave.
We're expecting rain in around 10.
A lot of very clean battle in front of me. We just need to pick up the pieces. Scammer thinks of having a look up Young Cow. What kind of exit do we get? It's not brilliant. Does Scammer make a move on Jock here?
Okay, the stewards have
His DRS is now enabled on lap 10.
DRS is now online.
He was thinking about it. He may do it now. Although Scammer did nail the centre S there. We need to make these softs count while they're still... Ooh, that's not going to help. Bit of a squirmy moment coming off the curb. At turn 4. But the pack is very, very bunched up right now. Need to be careful not to lose another throw wing. Oh! Contact between Scammer and Jock. He's going to look up the inside. He's going to stick it up the inside of Young Cow. Jock gives him the room to allow that. Scammer gets squirrely coming out though. Oh, he just about gets that car under control. All three of us, we're going to be 3 abreast in a minute. Jock straight line speed's greater than ours, so we've got the inside on Scammer. Oh, we give him enough room. Knowing I should have a good exit here. I do come from the curve of the Sol. Down the Retifilia. Get a bit of slipstream, we're going to stick it on the inside up to Cedar Lago. And that's another move done, and we're 11th now.
Good job, nice overtake.
We've got Jock in front of me now. He's on a very used set of mediums. But whilst all this is going on, you can see in the minimap the leaders are starting to run away. And my hopes for a podium at the start of this race are pretty much evaporating. The issue we have with all these battles is it's starting to slowly turn into a DRS train. But Michelando, I think, is in 4th or 5th now. He's pretty much driven through all of this on his brand new mediums. Oh, it gets very bunched up there. Gotta have my wits around me in this midfield. Leon goes up the inside of Brown Dog there. Oh, Jock thinks of having a look. Paul thinks of having a look on us. Is there contact? There may have been contact. Try to give him as much room as I could. As Brown Dog takes a slower line through there, so we're going to speed past Brown Dog. And we should get a run now on Jock. Yeah, Jock's defenceless. He hasn't got any DRS. Oh, a bit of bumping wheels there on the straight. But we'll give him the room there. Yeah, we get a much better exit. And Leon and Laverick now are ahead. And I believe they've had their softs on right from the start, so our tyres are much, much newer. They're still battling away. It looks a great battle in front. This track definitely made for racing. Should be the last race of the F1 season every year. Absolutely ridiculous, the monstrosity of a track such as Abu Dhabi is on there. Change camber to circuit, to corners and change layouts all you want. You'll never get a track as good as this. Built in the 4 and still going strong, because we're now in the DRS range of these two in front of us. But one other thing to note is Skarma is in our DRS range as well, and his tyres will start getting better than ours soon. We look quick through there, nice and tidy. Running low on ERS though, and so it's probably worth saving it for the next lap. You see Skarma in our rearview mirror at all times. Hopefully this will be, as we got to Yankow, we lost a bit of momentum there. We've just got so much grip. And hopefully now we should get a good exit and get past Laverick. ERS on early. We'll have DRS, so will he. We're going to go in his inside. Ooh! And that was a close shave. Laverick was trying to pit, I think. Luckily he looked in his mirrors to see what was going on. And so our battle now is going to be with Leon. And we get a much better run coming through there. As Niari sets the fastest lap on a fresh set of tyres. But we're going to look up the inside. Oh no! Leon cuts us off. We weren't close enough alongside him. He had every right to do that. What that has done is it's allowed Skarma right behind us still. I can feel my front end grip now starting to go. That was quite wide then. A lot of understeer in the car. And the likes of Skarma and Michelin doing 4th, he's 3.5 seconds up the road. Their tyres will be starting to come to them now and they'll be stronger than those in the softs. So we're going to be in the slipstream. We should have a really good run. But Leon's going to pull into the pits, but that does give us DRS just to extend to Skarma slightly. There's Matty pits as well. I think he was leading. So we're now into P4. But I don't think the rain's not going to come for a good 10 minutes. I don't think I can do many more laps on these tyres. I also don't know how heavy the rain's going to be. So I'm going to have to go on mediums just be careful. Because if it's only light rain, the track's not too wet, if it's just a bit of drizzle, I'm not going to need the intermediates. But now I'm struggling. as Michelando pulls away.
Gap to car in front is 3.5.
I know Matterman in the lead has had those tyres since the start. They're the tyres he started on. And I think his plan is to wait as Rob Wills pits now as well. So we're into the podium positions.
Just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes. Dries seem like the best tyre for now.
So it's going to rain around 10 minutes. Although the engineer's never been great on this game at weather reports. Will there be is that Glock moment? Matty is catching me and Skarma very, very quickly. And so the question is now, can I hold on until it starts raining? I'm not sure. Because there's a gaggle of cars not that far behind me looking at the mini-map who are on fresher tyres and are going to be on my tail any moment. I think the benefit we've got on Skarma in front, behind me, is he picks up a penalty and runs wide of Young Cow. So that gives us a bit of respite as well. Is my traction out of corners is better than his because of my rear wing.
You want to pit this lap, so push now.
This Matty chucks in a faster slap. That's nearly 2 seconds quicker than what we're lapping currently. And we're losing time to Michelando as well. Although Matterman's got a 10-second lead and that's remained around stable
Just over 10 minutes time.
at the moment.
Rain in 10 minutes.
And it's a dark, miserable day in Sao Paulo. As Matty's just eating in to the gap. It's another 1.5 seconds before we've reached Young Cow he's gained on this lap. These tyres really start to struggle at the moment. But I'm going to try and stay out for as long as possible until we do see some rain. I thought it was Michelando ahead for a second. I believe it is a back marker. Yeah, it's Metcalf. The blue flags are out and Matty is now right behind us. And a train of other cars are following, the likes of Rob Wills, Mick. Niari will be there somewhere as well. And so I'm going to pit this lap. I'm just running out of grip. And I've come out behind our old friend Keith, who's still on those hards he was on earlier. And he's driving pretty well. He's in the top 10. Hopefully we can take that away from him. Now fresh mediums get so much of a better run. ERS on. He's clicking. That should be it. We're on the outside. We'll give him space for the apex. Then we'll take it away from him now that we know that we're in front.
Brilliant.
And so it's time to resume battle with Leon up ahead. And possibly Jock as well, depending on where he is.
Ahead is 2.7 seconds.
And so lap 21, we're going to go to the end. Well, depending on the rain. And in the top 10 at the moment. Catching Theon's going to be difficult. He's on fresh softs at the moment. Catching Jock should be a bit easier. So lap 21, 10th place. So lap 24, we've caught up with Theon and Jock because Theon and Jock are battling ahead. Jock pits. So that seems like a poor strategy when you know rain's nearly here. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. He must have been in the same situation as myself about 6 laps ago, where he was hanging on. And it's looking damp. I think we're going to see the first bits of rain anytime soon. So now we're in P9. And hopefully Theon's soft will go off soon. We'll have a bit of an advantage, but the difference in lap time between the soft and the medium is quite high. We just need to get within that 1 second. We're also catching Yari, who's in P7.
Position. Okay, gap ahead is 1.2 seconds. They're on old softs. The gap to the car behind.
And the raindrops are falling.
4 seconds.
The crowd are putting their umbrellas up. It's starting to rain.
Gap to leader, 25.1 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
There was definitely... Oh, yeah, we can see the drops. It's raining. The rain is here. It's not heavy at the moment, so we can continue. One thing I've noticed on this game is in these kind of conditions when it's a bit slipperier because of the rain, the softs give you much more performance. So the softs work better in these conditions. I remember watching a video with Jano Otmir explained it. And so all that time we were gaining, we're now losing. And it's definitely getting heavier now. We're not going to pit though. Someone is pitting by my pit graphic. So there are people trying to put inters on now. I think that's too early. Far too early. But it may be those who tried making a set of mediums go 27 laps. Those who bank on this rain being slightly earlier. This is going to be interesting. And it's Mattelman. Mattelman's put inters on.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
So I'm going to give the option of my pit team coming out. Be interesting to see what pace difference is to Mattelman. Theon's flying on those softs. I think Mattelman's made an error here. It's definitely not intermediate weather. Myself and Theon are gaining a second a corner. It's definitely too early for inters. Theon should get past Mattelman now. On the start-finish straight.
I know these conditions are tough, but bear with it. I don't think the track is ready for intermediates yet.
Although Mattelman's straight line speed seems impressive. So I think there's more pitting for inters. This is very interesting. I think that's Scam and Yari, they pit for inters. We're going to be ahead of them coming out though. Michelando's another one who's on the intermediates. I personally don't think it's inters quite yet. Although the rain is getting heavier. Theo makes a lovely move. Matterman goes off the road. So we're going to sweep there as well. 13 seconds off a podium at the moment. Is it intermediate weather yet? It may be now. Yeah, it's starting to get slippery. We can't slow down for corners. It probably is intermediate weather now. Have we left it a lap late? Laverick's retired. So the grease conditions have caught him out, and so it's a safety car. And so that's the decision made for us. We'd be daft not to pit for Inters now. And so during all this, so P9, although Markman's off the road. Keith in front. Oh! Almost contact. What on earth's going on? And seems similar to Sunday's F1 finale. Seemingly, the race directors allowed cars to pass each other under safety car conditions. Not sure what's happened there. But nearly an accident for us, but we remain in the top 10. And so as we're about to go overtaking now, leaders managing this, so we're going to the line. Need to be really careful we don't pick up a daft penalty now. And so away we go. I think we've caught our brown dog behind. As Keith just jumps out of the way, that's Michelando, I believe, who's gone wide. So I think we're going to gain that position. Yes, we are. There's a yellow flag somewhere. I'm not sure exactly what's happened. So this is just a sprint to the finish to see who has the most grip and who has the biggest pair of cojones in these conditions in Brazil. I know that others in front of me have got time penalties. So they're P8 on the track at the moment. I think we're probably P5 with the guys' penalties in front. I think Mick in 4th or 5th, I believe he is. He's got a 6-second penalty.
I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being.
Don't think we got a good enough exit that time to get near Theon. Although at a point it was very, it was made really for the second sector, so I should have a lot of grip in these conditions, just not the straight line speed. Very, very easy to spin the car straight round through there.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
There's Nyari demotes Skama to 6 now as well. There's battles everywhere. Michelando behind me, he's just past Brown Dog somewhere. Need to be careful here. Don't want to be doing a Lewis Hamilton, Albon desperate lunge, but we do need to get through these cars now. I think we are a bit quicker. Was it behind Scammer? Scammer goes round. Scammer's in the wall. So that's P7. I think he's going to keep going. We've definitely got the run on Theon now. Theon hesitated, I think, when he saw Scammer. Oh, and that's a daft penalty. Very, very silly. So we haven't got the advantage I thought we had on those in front now. As we make that move up the inside, and then we're going to chase these guys in front and see what happens. There's a possibility, if we can put our foot down, we'll be able to jump Mick. But he's shown this season he's very, very good in this wet weather. I think it was Hungary, he had a really good podium in similar conditions to this. Probably worse actually, so he's very good in the wet. As is Mattelman. He thrives in these conditions. Whereas I'm slightly more hesitant, it's fair to say. But we're not far from the leader, so if anything does happen, we can definitely take advantage of it, which we might do. There's a car coming on track there, I think that's Rob Wills. It is. We do have this 3-second penalty, but that is what's known as a chance, maybe. And if I hadn't have picked up that stupid corner cutting penalty, we're probably looking at P4 right now. But as it is, I think we might finish P6. We finished the last lap. Although actually I don't think we're going to be able to drop Michelando here. Unless he makes an error. Oh, he's left the session. Right, so I'm not sure what's happened there. But we've made up that time to him anyway. Or he's gone off track somewhere. Something's happened. And so judging off the time screen right now, we're going to finish P6. I can't see what Mick's up to. So I don't know if I'm fighting Mick. I can see him on track, but I don't... It's difficult to judge what 3 seconds is. Probably not. And I think Rob, although he made a mistake and he dropped down to 5th, I think it's Rob that will get the podium here. So the race director gets that wrong. I believe Matterman wins because of time penalties. We get to finish P6. And that's not a bad race from the back of the field. And so that confirms it. Not a bad race from us on the back of the field. A shame what happened towards the start. In terms of the championship, we're not going to be catching Matty and Rob and Matterman, but we've also gained more points on Skarma, so probably consolidate P4 now is the aim for the rest of the season. Maybe pick up a few more.